Grenade in yellow building.
I don't think he's on shed anymore.
And Rangers are falling back from the position. AK opens up. One goes down, but Rangers taking a whole bunch of rounds. Insurgents without any body armor. They're just pushing right through. A couple Rangers down in the yellow school Ranger element. Trying to hold on to their position when they've got insurgents every which way. Another Ranger goes down. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got a special episode of Eye in the Sky. This is a top-down look of Bellum. If you haven't heard of Bellum, it is a brand new upcoming tactical platoon shooter made by Astarte Industries, which is spearheaded by the YouTuber KarmaCut. I had a chance to play a pre-alpha version of this game a couple weeks ago, and since then I've been talking with the devs, and they reached out to ask if I wanted to have admin perms so we could see how these battles actually evolved from the top down. Now I have a lot of raw gameplay for you guys, and I'm commentating just as I would in normal squad Eye in the Sky games, but I do want to warn you guys, this is still alpha state, okay? There's going to be a lot of stuff that's work in progress, specifically things like animations, maybe the graphics aren't all the best right now. Every once in a while you might see a frame drop, but I want you guys to really focus on how the infantry moves around in Bellum. This is something that was immediately obvious when I started playing, and even more so when I was flying around in admin cam. But the firefights in Bellum kind of feel like real firefights. It isn't like Squad or Arma where you a couple shots and then, you know, that gunfight is over. There's actual movement between these elements where you're laying down suppressing fire, you're getting other elements to flank around, you have firing lines. When units get caught out, they actually try to fight and bound up to the friendly units or even drop smoke, suppress fire, and then bound back to friendly lines. It is a very interesting and refreshing take on tactical shooters, and this extended engagement time when you actually do run into contact is what I think is going to really separate this from everything else out there. Now, the game mode that we're watching right now is called Attrition, and both teams, the Al-Zalam Insurgents and the US Army Rangers, they're trying to fight for what is called influence in this purple play area. And unlike other tactical shooters, there's actually a set amount of respawns. So it's not an overall large ticket system. It's literally each player can only spawn 3 times as an Army Ranger and 5 times as an Insurgent. So there's a little asymmetrical gameplay at this as well. But that's just a little insight of what's going on under the hood of the game mode. But realistically, just sit back and enjoy the firefights because they're just great. Game mode or no game mode, everything's work in progress, but if they can nail the core gameplay loop of wandering around a map, getting in contact, fighting, and then breaking contact or getting killed or whatever it is, then I think they're onto something, and I'll tell you right now, it feels so good. Also, before we get into the gameplay, this is not sponsored, okay? I just really like tactical shooters, and Bellum is doing something new, something refreshing, and this is alpha. This is the worst the game is going to look, feel, and it's just watch. You're going to enjoy it, so grab a drink, grab a snack, kick your feet up, sit back, and enjoy. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and drop me a comment down below what you're feeling on Bellum. I'll have some links to the game's community and everything like that as well, so go check it out. But that's enough yapping for me. Enjoy the video, and until next time, peace. All right, Eye in the Sky, Bellum Edition. This is essentially a pre-alpha or maybe borderline alpha build of Bellum here. And admin cam tools, hey, it is about the same as what we got in Squad, a little bit different. Insurgents, the Al-Zalam African insurgents here, are going to be with the red dots. Let's see, I think I can turn on. Nice little admin HUD too. I mean, you gotta love it. Let's see here. I think we can get outlines and names. Yeah, we'll do outlines and names. You can see the outlines and the names. But red outlines are going to be insurgents here. You see KarmaCut in the middle in 1-3 and then 1-3 Bravo. So every player has not just the name but also their unit into it or attached to it. So Alpha 4 Afterburner, for example, Alpha 3 Grizz, Alpha 2 Data. So they are part of the Rangers 1-1, and Rangers 1-1 is about to get into contact here. Motorman Dave, Nihilum, Dusty, Klee, and John Fortnite. I don't know if they even see him just yet. I'm going to try to scoot on down towards these guys, but footsteps are going to be a little loud.
Hey, enemies, contacts, southeast, past the village. See
And contacts, they're calling it out as the footsteps trudging through our audio here. But calling out the first viz on Rangers, and I don't think they realize that they are actually, I mean, the entire Ranger platoon is in between the insurgents, main insurgent element, right past us up the hill, and a small, it looks like six man fire team, or 2 fire teams, I guess. I think the fire teams are about 3 or 4 players for the insurgents here. And I want to get closer, just the footsteps are going to be so loud for you guys. And just...
Permission to open fire?
Hold on, just because I
Oh.
want my...
Oh, they're 165 and a little bit to the right.
Oh, and there it goes. We got the tracers on so you can see it, and they just absolutely opened up on the insurgents, lit them up, and they had gotten the high ground, the Rangers, taken out the machine gun and RPG team here. And absolutely love how the tracers are going. So you can actually see this in-game. They actually can't see these tracers like this. But we just have it for the admin cam so you can actually see how fire is happening, since it can be very difficult in tactical shooters. But machine gun team, main machine gunner down for the insurgents. Rangers now starting to envelop and surround. You can see a little bit off, pulling off the right side flank here. And insurgents, we also lost another one by the road. I think insurgents, no, they don't have anyone on the other side of the road. So Rangers doing well to spot these before. I mean, insurgents were just about to open fire, and it doesn't look like there's any casualties right now for the Rangers. A couple of insurgents now electing to bound back across the road. This is, I mean, this is cool. It's actually seeing the tracers and everything. I love this.
Blank.
So suppressing fire, the 4-man insurgent squad just laying face down in the dirt. And as they keep the fire here, insurgents have started to move up behind them because they need to try to react to that contact. Try to get a better position here. Rangers were nearly about to get pinched by the main insurgent element, but now this is what Bellum does really well. The firefights, it's not like other games that I've seen. These firefights are actual firefights. They're not over within a second. So you have this firefight here. We're able to see the tracers and where everyone's actually shooting at, but it's very difficult in real time to see exactly where everyone is. Insurgents behind the rock. Now you can see they're not even firing at someone. They just think, hey, I think Rangers are in that direction. See a little hand movement there, directing, hey, straight ahead.
We gotta keep pushing back.
We have Rangers tossing some smoke. And this is pretty much just pinning the Rangers down as this insurgent element flanks around. This is some of the infantry tactics you just don't really see in other tactical shooter games, and even in this alpha state, man, it's just really impressive.
Yep. Yeah, we got enemy shooting at the top of the ridge to our north.
You can see a little overshot coming. Insurgents now about to get eyes on.
Just up here, Red. I see him.
Just up here, you're hearing the call out.
Move to the right, get parallel, high on the right, looking to the northwest.
So Karma is trying to get his team to push up here on the right side, and now insurgents and Rangers open up. Moving left to right, they're calling it, and good call outs. We can see the blue outlines. Insurgents, I don't know if they've taken out anyone just yet, as nearly gets lit up by the machine gun here. And And this is very aggressive bounding. Oh, a lot of rounds going through, and he's gonna go down here. Absolutely bodied. One insurgent goes down. Attacker can't quite get eyes on the saw gunner that's through the trees here. See, oh, and he does go down. He finally bled out. We can hear, I'm hit. And within fragmentation grenade range, one frag is thrown. And, oh, gonna take some shrapnel here, this insurgent. But Rangers look like they have been able to repel this attack, because if we zoom out, everyone behind that first element for the insurgents was deleted. It looked like they had actually gotten a good attack going, but right behind our camera, the entire rest of the insurgent element absolutely deleted. So let's take I'm not sure if we can actually see on the map, and we cannot. But insurgents, those who didn't get knocked out, flanked off to the right side, so about half the element is left.
Hey, did I just see movement at the rock right there? Low side of the boulder.
Oh, and one goes down. RPG gunner takes a lot of fire.
Fuck, that's not even on screen. 1-4 must be on our rock with our guys, because I just friendly fired on the rock.
He's past.
Okay,
It looks like
yeah.
they passed the rock.
So
Yeah.
friendly's on the rock for some reason.
Drewski lighting up his fire team element that was in contact just a minute ago, and
Yeah, 1-4 was on our rock.
looks like they. I was gonna say, looks like they're okay. See that one friendly who got tagged by Drewski falling back around the village, and they're trying to get back up onto the firing line, or at least join up the rest of the squad. Now, as that's been going on, that main element, that main insurgent element, got absolutely bodied as well. Only 6 or 7 left. And I'm actually impressed. This is the same insurgent squad that started everything, that got ambushed from the beginning, and they have somehow managed to stay, I was gonna say alive, but maybe just barely, holding on into this little tree line. And this is what I mean, this firefight has been going on for minutes now. Both teams not really wanting, you know, like squad where you just run on in and you try to get as many kills or whatever, you know, the medic can patch you up. No. Don't want to be as, I guess, reckless.
I think our squad got one.
Possibly.
And insurgent, I don't know how he's going to survive that. No, and he doesn't. There's only 2 insurgents left. No, 1 insurgent left. And he's probably going to go down here. The last stand. And it's not, he goes to toss a grenade. He might get 1 ranger with the grenade. He does get 1, and maybe a second will bleed out, so in his dying breath does toss a grenade, so Rangers eventually clear that first ambush squad, or maybe scout patrol for the insurgents, but it's taken a lot to do that. Rangers had to break contact from the main insurgent element, even though insurgents did take a lot of casualties. Flanking squad, now you see the flanking squad we saw with Drewski earlier. They've managed to hold on to this farmhouse. Pardon the frame drops here. Alpha State, just roll with it. They've managed to hold this farmhouse. We see a lot of insurgent casualties, medics trying to do their work. So trying to patch their boys
Are
up.
you still up?
We have them encircled. Pick them up.
Alright, you'll get up any second.
Front, no assault, slow push front, but close the loop.
So they're saying we have them enveloped, and he's not wrong in that, Karma. They have 3 or 4 rangers in between, looks like about 12 or so insurgents. This crop of blue. And we'll see if they can try to hold off.
They're all by that hood. We gotta maneuver on these guys. I'm gonna pop smoke. Stand by.
Copy that.
And insurgents just laying down suppressing fire. We can see how good this suppressing fire is. It's keeping this element stuck in the trees and giving them enough time, the other insurgents, to flank around them. Absolutely perfect pinch here. And a grenade might wipe it. Grenade lands right in the front of the first ranger. And he's gonna pick up and run and not realize that there's insurgents right in his rear. One down. Two down. And need to watch the friendly fire here. One last ranger here. Absolutely picture perfect pinch here. Now insurgents nearly taking friendly fire and tossing, I think, a grenade. No, smoke maybe. On the backside, yep, smoke, and insurgents, well, hopefully they don't kill themselves, kill each other, but they have successfully taken out the rangers near the farmhouse. This is just so cool. I mean, I cannot articulate how much it both feels like squad, but man, the infantry fight, just the way that it moves. Like you can, it's not that you can't be high speed in squad and try to pull off these infantry maneuvers, but in squad, the firefights are over so quickly that you don't really have this sustained combat. And when you have realistic, in terms of like engagement time, man, you get this stuff. It is so cool.
On the west flank, and they've
Absolutely cool.
east, but they're still entrenched in the buildings. 2, 3, sit rep over.
So Rangers have now respawned. This game mode is attrition, so the teams only have a certain number of respawns. So you either try to capture this area in terms of influence. So if you have more bodies in the purple, then you start taking up influence. However, conventional forces and unconventional forces, it is asymmetrical warfare. So the unconventional forces have 5 respawns and the conventional forces have 3. So you either win by getting that influence up to 100%, or you win by routing the other team and they have no more respawns. So one ranger is left and knocks out an insurgent, but he gets mopped up by the RPK gunner afterwards. And if anything, that's going to give the ranger element coming down the road right now a little bit of, not necessarily eyes on, ears on, getting their little canary in the coal mine here of where the insurgents are, and now setting up in the town. Friendly fire almost again in this little shanty town. All right, a few minutes later and a lot of repositioning from both teams. Rangers now setting up at the yellow house. And one insurgent element off to our right here. Unfortunately, I am not able to... I don't have a compass, so I can't give you cardinal directions. Just off to my left, over there on the right, over by the tree. On me, those good tactical shooter callouts. But Rangers have set up in a little bit of...
Yeah, you just dropped down the defilade to the right of it, heading northeast.
Yep, Rangers got eyes on the insurgents
See that tree
maneuvering
line
on
right there?
them.
He's right in that tree line. Yeah, 320.
So they
Right
do
in front of those
see...
right building.
there.
They,
Let's hold for a second.
let's hold for a second. So Rangers are aware that insurgents are starting to push up on them, but once again, insurgents, this might be another absolute pinch moment. And there you go. Insurgents have actually opened up. First fire on the left side. And, oh, and right side as well. Ranger element on the right side saw the scouts creeping up the side of the road. And looks like insurgent element on the right. Only 1 or 2 are going to survive that. A couple already face down in the dirt. Rangers now repositioning left to take care of... And this is cool. They actually have a gun team. You can see insurgents off in the distance here. They've actually set up this gun team to try to suppress, and they've managed to just focus the entire Ranger element to try to suppress this RPK team. And what's going to happen is almost the entire Ranger team is facing the wrong way. Another flanking position here. Insurgents.
I'm gonna RP.
Just hold. He doesn't even know.
Just hold. They don't even know.
They don't even know.
They don't even know.
All right.
4, this is 3. I've got
Whenever
Wait, you have an
Red's
angle?
ready.
Oh, they're calling for it.
Red, get up here as soon as you can.
Everyone pick a target. Oh, this is going to be absolutely dirty. Move. Fire, fire, fire. RPG into the yellow house. Insurgents pushing
Watching
through.
Tim Shed.
Grenade
If
out.
He peeks it, I got him.
Grenade in yellow
I
building.
don't think he's on Shed anymore.
And
I don't think he's on
Rangers
Shed.
are falling back from the position. AK opens up. One goes down, but Rangers taking a whole bunch of rounds. Insurgents without any body armor. They're just pushing right through. A couple Rangers down in the yellow school. Ranger element trying to hold on to their position when they've got insurgents every which way. Another Ranger goes down.
I got 2 EKIA.
Insurgents now continuing their push off our left flank, and Rangers are getting absolutely picked apart. There is still a saw gunner
Side of the building.
and 1 or 2 we can see just in this little defilade. Grenade going out, trying to create some space, but Rangers.
Pull back to tree friendlies. One suppressed shooter, left side of the yellow building.
Oh, he's the only one left. One finally gets up, so never mind. He was about to bleed out, I guess. But you have a down state, so this gunner was unconscious, and he managed to get himself back conscious, and he's got a whole lot of pain to deal with, bandaging, tourniqueting, and now tossing a grenade. And there's only 2 Rangers left in this element here. Trying to see what other Rangers are alive. And a handful out in the wood line past us here. But this insurgent element,
There's 2 EKIA in the yellow building and 1 down in the courtyard.
saw gunner, still up and moving. And he knocks out 1 insurgent.
Another one down, left side yellow building. They're north of the yellow building.
They don't realize they're right next to each other.
All right, we are holding the line until Wumpus gets these guys up.
Tossing a grenade. Oh, that might be a great grenade on the right side of the rock.
I'm still up.
Literally right around the corner of that building.
So am I.
Pull the pin. I heard it.
Yellow building.
I'm in the metal shed.
Red, just maintain containment as much as possible.
Karma on the other side of the shed of this Ranger, and they're aware of each other, but because of how the combat is, they don't want to just push on in and get smoked. Insurgents took a lot of casualties to do this, but Rangers pretty much down to maybe 5 or 6 over the 50 to 100 meter range that we have here.
Move on. Thank you.
I could use an extra set of hands.
Saw gunner smoked by the RPG, and there it goes. Rangers are officially knocked out. So insurgent flanking element once again successful. And let's see, we have a couple crawling Rangers here. I'm seeing 1, 2. These all dead insurgents. No, insurgents are still alive, so they still have Rangers. They somehow... Are these guys up? No, they are dead. Oh my goodness. This is almost like 2 full wipes of the Rangers within just about 5 or 10 minutes. And so now you have just 1 or 2 left, and you don't really have much of a choice but to try to hold out, or you try to bound back to your element. There's no quick respawn, no habs. You got to spawn on your leadership, so your squad leader or platoon leader, or you spawn back at the fob.
I hear one walking up on us.
They're coming right to left, coming right.
So Rangers, the ones that are down, you kind of want to see if a medic could potentially get to you and administer aid and get you back up, but with how the insurgents have been moving, I don't think that's going to happen. Couple insurgents now getting eyes on maybe 1 or 2 bodies that had come back to life.
I'm here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and they're spawning. They're spawning on the squad leaders. There you go. So spawning in, and this is a. I don't know if this is a good decision by the Rangers. They're spawning in the middle of insurgents. So we're gonna zoom out again just so you can see. So let me try to. There you go. A little bit more clarity here. So the red is starting to surround this little. Ooh, RPG. Oh, that was a grenade. Oh no. GLs. This is fratricide right here. Insurgent grenade launchers actually hitting the insurgent position, and that will help the Rangers here that we have sitting over of your screen. That's the squad leader or platoon leader element that was spawning in players. And so a little bit of a mistaken identity. And now we have Rangers that have respawned again, and they finally pushed back in. And they don't realize, oh, a couple eyes now off to our right. Coming down the hill, they see him.
Really close in front of me. 10 meters.
10 meters.
Alpha team, shift left. Alpha team, shift left on you.
Muscle left. Reload. Cover.
Try to get this little cinematic here for you guys. See what they see. The admin cams, I can't control them.
They're coming in left as well. Oh, fuck.
But this Ranger team, they got up, they tried to take immediate fire, or try to put immediate fire on the hillside where they took the machine gun fire earlier in this engagement, and didn't realize that they had this insurgent team off to our right. So squad for the Rangers, I think, is once again going to get picked apart. Just some unfortunate movement from the Rangers. And insurgents, they're just putting themselves in positions to take advantage of where RPG nearly smokes his own buddy there.
Just dropped one at the rock.
But Rangers are just getting outmaneuvered at the moment.
Champion, are you up?
And that Ranger did just bleed out. So another squad, or at least fire team, destroyed for the Rangers. But the Rangers who have spawned in are now trying to flip the script a little bit.
You're good.
Gunner up.
Now you have them calling out. Insurgents trying to do a little medic cuddle puddle here.
Are you mesh cast or are you guys still down?
Trying to get people up, but I don't know if it's gonna be in time. Rangers, they are hesitant to push through because pretty much everywhere they've moved in this forest, or jungle? Maybe jungle forest? Everywhere they've pushed,
Give me another burst.
they've just gotten picked apart.
Alright, hold.
There definitely was somebody. I saw them moving left to right.
Good shots by the Rangers
Yeah, they're
here.
in there, front. Suppress that.
Oh, that was friendly.
That one is friendly, nearly blew his head off. But you can just see how effective all this type of fire is and how it's forcing players to make different decisions. And I feel like in a game like Squad, you'd see this machine gunner and you honestly you'd pop your head up and take them out and then be on your way. But right now, one or two guys on a machine gun, or you have the gunner and assistant gunner.
Red or blue? You're in a bad spot, bro. I don't know if we'll be able to get to you.
But you have them in pretty good spots, actually affecting the battlefield, which is what you love to see.
That was my last one, Clyde.
Just 2 through 3.
Copy. Tossing.
Frag grenade might get the distance. A little short. Oh, that one nailed it though.
Yep.
Rangers having a bandage. They actually nearly got obliterated by one frag grenade there. Insurgents need to watch their spacing. I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or so up.
Backup spawn.
And this is it was originally what, about 10 or 12 insurgents just being held off by 5 or 6 rangers, but they have the better weaponry here, especially with these saw gunners. Suppressed weapons and then the body armor, just allowing them to really lay down, hold a line. And then I think they all might be passing out here.
Yeah, same.
After that frag grenade, one goes down, the rest have to pull up their bandages, one bleeds out. Oh, and there you go, another flank in the bushes in front. You hear it, insurgents once again just enveloping the Rangers, and that is going to be about GG's, because that is what, 1, 2, 3 times it's happened. We'll have to see if they get routed here.
We just came from the east.
Do not stop.
Green in front.
And I think that is it. The last Ranger just bled out. Face down in the dirt. Face up in the dirt. So, Rangers. Different locations, same story. Insurgents. Encircle them. I mean, this is just incredible. The sustained firefights allowing your other elements to move around and flank as you like this is kind of what you think you're gonna do in Squad, but then by the time you get there, everyone's left. You know, no one's on the objective anymore, the points have moved, and you're like, dude, I just spent 5 minutes moving on foot for nothing. And that looks like it will be about it. I'm not able to see anything from my my admin cam perspective. So first little taste of Bellum from the top down. I want to give a big shout out to the devs for making this admin cam serviceable. Obviously, it's still a work in progress, but being able to see the outlines, we've been talking with them to try to get the voice comms working as well. And you know, all the other features like being able to see the maps and stuff. So hopefully we can get that around next time, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, I've linked some information about Bellum down in the description below, so check it out. And it's, man, this is a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to play. A really good mix of Squad and Arma, and I think it's really going to bring a nice fresh take on the tactical platoon shooter genre. So, all right, that's enough of me shilling. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. Until next time, peace.